Welcome to PreMath. In this video, we have got this blue rectangle that consists of these four smaller rectangles, as you can see in this given diagram, such that the area of this blue shaded rectangle is 1 times uppercase A. The area of this green shaded rectangle is 3 times uppercase A. The area of this yellow shaded rectangle is 4 times uppercase A minus 5. And finally, the area of this orange shaded rectangle is 2 times uppercase A, where A represents the area. And now our task is to find the value of uppercase A. And please don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe. Let's go ahead and get started, and here's our very first step, since we are interested in finding the value of uppercase A. So before we could find the value of uppercase A, we are going to go over the basic review. Let's focus on this blue rectangle that consists of 4 smaller rectangles. If I label this side length of this blue shaded rectangle as lowercase a, the side length of this rectangle as lowercase b, then this side is going to be lowercase a and this side lowercase b. And likewise, this side length I'm going to label as lowercase c, and this side lowercase d. Then this side length is going to be lowercase c, and this side length is going to be lowercase d. And now let's recall the area of rectangle formula. Area is always equal to the length times the width of the rectangle. So therefore, let's focus on this blue shaded rectangle first. The dimensions are A and C. So therefore, the area of this blue shaded rectangle has got to be A times this side C. So this is going to be A times C. And now let's focus on this green shaded rectangle whose dimensions are lowercase b and lowercase c. So therefore, the area of this green rectangle has got to be b times c. And now we are going to focus on this yellow shaded rectangle whose side lengths are a and lowercase d. So therefore, the area has got to be a times d. And finally, let's focus on this orange shaded rectangle whose dimensions are lowercase b and lowercase d. So therefore, the area of this orange shaded rectangle has got to be b times d. And now we are going to apply the crisscross method. In other words, the product of the areas of these diagonal rectangles. And likewise, we are going to multiply these areas as well. So thus we are going to multiply these areas first. I'm going to write down A times C and then times B times D. And likewise, I'm going to multiply these areas across as well. So therefore, I'm going to write down A times D times b times c. And now we are going to see whether the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. Let's go ahead and multiply these left hand side areas by rearranging these letters. I'm going to write down a first, then I'm going to write down times b, then times c, and then times d on the left hand side. And likewise, I'm going to just put down whether this is going to be equal to, and I'm going to multiply the right hand side as well by rearranging. So therefore, we could see I can write A first, and then B, and then C, and then D. So I can write A times B times C times D. So therefore, we could see the left hand side is indeed equal to the right hand side. So therefore, we could see that this is a valid statement. So therefore, we conclude the product of these two areas is going to be equal to the product of these other areas as well. And let me show you this simple example. The product of these two areas, 3 times 12, is indeed equal to 2 times 6. So therefore we could conclude that 12 is indeed equal to 12. So therefore we are going to apply this crisscross multiplication method on this given problem. In other words, the product of these two areas must be equal to the product of these two areas. So therefore 1 times a times 2 times a. So I can write down 1 times a times 2 times a is going to be equal to, I can write 3 times a times 4 times uppercase A minus 5. And now let's go ahead and multiply out. That is going to give us 2 times a square equals to, and here I am going to distribute. So that is going to give us 12 times a square minus 15 times uppercase A. And now I'm going to move this 15 times a in the other side, and at the same time I'm going to move this 2 times a square in the opposite direction. And now I'm going to make it simple by just dividing by uppercase A on both sides, and make sure that this area uppercase A must not be equal to 0. So therefore we are ended up with 10 times uppercase A on the left hand side equals to this uppercase A, and uppercase A is gone. So this is equal to 15. And now I'm going to divide both sides by 10 to isolate uppercase A. So therefore our uppercase A value simply turns out to be 1.5. So thus after all the calculations and manipulations, our uppercase A value simply turns out to be 1.5. In other words, the area of this blue shaded rectangle is going to be 1 times A is going to give us 1.5, and our this 3 times A value is going to give us 4.5. And over here this yellow shaded rectangle, when we plug it in this uppercase A value, that is going to give us simply 1. And finally the area of this orange shaded rectangle has got to be 2 times A, means 2 times 1.5 is going to give us simply 3. And that's our final answer. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos. Bye.